Hi Virgo, and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for March 2022. The cards are out because I did this in German earlier. Thanks so much for being here and for liking, subscribing, commenting, and you can also subscribe to my German channel if you're interested. And you find all the information in the description box below as always. And yeah, I think that's it. Let's get started. Astrologically speaking, this month is interesting for you because there is a full moon in Virgo, which means, of course, that there is something coming to a culmination for you specifically, something maybe coming to the surface emotionally that you can let go of, maybe also finishing up an emotional cycle, starting something new here. This is big in your reading because we have the moon here, we have the fool here, so there is a strong indication to moon energies, and there is also strong indication to the North Node in Taurus, because this is happening right now in astrology. The North Node is in Taurus, and the Astro dice came out as Taurus second house and the North Node, and the second house talks about Taurus. So that means, how do we establish a feeling of success and also material well-being and a sense of being content with where we are on a physical level, in the sense of material, physical, also the body, and how do we feel settled, how do we feel grounded, how do we feel successful in what we've accomplished and achieved also. So this is a really nice combination for the Astro dice because it's really very interrelated. For you in particular, I think it really has to do with a decision or a new strategy with the Knight of Swords to go into a new cycle and end an old one, and also realizing and having more awareness of where do you repeat old emotional cycles. We have the Wheel of Fortune here in your higher consciousness. It's in the reverse, so I think there is this realization, there is this understanding that you might repeat cycles emotionally and that you don't want to do that again. And I think it has to do with this King of Cups in reverse in the past that says, okay, what do I do and what can I do to prevent myself from going into emotional instability or into feeling like I'm not emotionally grounded, or I cannot really react maturely to things emotionally. Maybe I overreact, maybe I underreact, maybe I don't give my emotions enough room, and when that happens I overreact, stuff like that. So this is the King of Cups in reverse, who has a hard time fully integrating his emotions in a sense that he can keep in control and stay grounded emotionally. And I think it has to do with other people, but it doesn't have to necessarily have to do with other people. But in this case, I think it also has to do with maybe some sort of what I'm really getting also with this ownership card is how do I find a good amount or a good balance when it comes to cutting people off, canceling people, letting people in, communicating with people, and where is maybe a middle ground? Where did I burn bridges maybe that I didn't want to burn, or where can I repair bridges, and where do I find the right strategy? I think you're very clear in how you want to do things. I think you have a clear idea, a clear mind, and you do have a lot of ideas here with the Fool, and you're very open, you're very open-hearted, you're very motivated also, I think, to start a new chapter when it comes to how to live your emotional life to the fullest. You have a lot of courage here, also a lot of drive, a lot of passion to really go after your goals, go after what you want. This is also physical attraction, passion, sexual attraction. So maybe there is a person, or there is a vision of a person that you want to attract in and that you want to go after. I feel like there's more of a vision, because I think there might be a person that you're cutting off, or where there is no communication. You might be dealing with a Cancer. This is a Chariot card. We also have the Moon card here, so this is strong Cancer, and indication is in also the King of Cups. Doesn't have to be, though, of course. I think if there is a person right now that you're thinking of, there might be no communication. This person, I don't think, will come forward with communication. They might be torn into different directions with the Chariot in reverse, and having a hard time really also seeing your truth with the Ace of Swords in reverse. You also, at the same time, I feel like you don't even want to hear it. I really feel like you don't want to hear it, and therefore you are also not opening up, not communicating. You might maybe communicate to a person from the past, but not a new person. This could be. If there is a new person, they are not coming forward. If there is a person from the past, I think you want to talk about the past and not about the now. And this is also maybe something that's a little bit in the way here, but you sense that. I think you're starting to be more and more aware of what's going on with repeating cycles, with repeating patterns. And what's really important here in this whole situation is that you take your rest, that you really give yourself the time. Your subconscious, your intuition will tell you to give yourself the time to lean back, to just take a break, to let your mind just wander for a bit and not try to control it, not try to, make any definite decisions or figure out a specific plan. Just let things be, meditate, let your mind run free, and let your mind settle also by itself. Sometimes we just need, and that's actually the act of meditating. For most people who think that you're going in this deep transcension state that is super spiritual, often the brain is really just like relaxing, and it takes the brain 20 minutes on average to just get rid of thoughts, random thoughts. And after 20 minutes, you often come to a state. That's why most people recommend 20 minutes of meditation, because after 20 minutes your mind just calms down and settles down and is just starting to be calm. And first it has to get rid of all the energy. This is just something that might be helpful for you. Don't try to control your mind when you meditate. When you start meditating, don't try to direct it into a specific direction. Just let it go. Let it go where it wants to go, and observe. And the people who are not familiar with meditating techniques, I think a lot of people probably are who are here. But just mentioning it again, don't put pressure. For a Virgo, I think it's very important also to mention, don't put pressure on your train of thought. Just let it go, even if it goes weird places. Just observe and don't judge it. So that was important for you. Interesting. With the High Priestess and the Six of Wands here in the position, how you perceive yourself, we do have this interesting combination of cards, because in the German reading the Six of Wands actually was the only card that came out face down. So there is an intuitive feeling about how to move forward. Also, I think your intuition very much can tell you in these states of rest where to go, even though you might not be able to fully formulate it or bring it into a concept and rationalize it. You don't have to, you don't have to rationalize everything just to make it real or clear or true. Sometimes things just take time, and you can just experience it on a different level than on a mental level, you know. So what you don't see maybe, or what you cannot formulate, is that there is this success coming, there is this positive feeling coming, there is a sense of feeling optimistic, feeling motivated, feeling also triumphant in a situation. And this is something that you are carrying, I think, deeper within, even though the outside might not indicate that there is success in a situation. You know that this is a successful movement forward, or momentum forward. And often we don't have the results, that we don't have the receipts, you know, the results, but we know we are on the good path. And even though it's not clear where it's going, it feels right. And that's also with the moon here. I think there's a little bit of a fear, like, but there is so much things hidden. There is things that I don't know. Maybe I don't know where to go. I don't know what's coming. That's a little scary here. There is a lot of mystery surrounding this. I can't really put my finger or point my finger on it, or put my finger on it why things are the way they are. I cannot formulate them. It's hard to formulate. It's hard to rationalize. It's fine, you know, it's fine. What's important here is that you're ready to really release, I think, a lot of pain and disappointment from the past. I think you're ready to let it go, or let a huge chunk of it go here with the Five of Cups in reverse. A very relieving card, because we are really, and with the full moon in your sign, even better, you're really in a good place now, astrologically speaking, to let go of disappointment, to let go of pain, to let go of heavy feelings, and move forward with more passion, with more motivation, with more courage into a new cycle with the Fool. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful. So we have this ownership card that I like in this context, because it says, I take ownership for how I make others feel, and I do my part to repair any bridges I might have burned, or perhaps even lightly sinked. If bridge mending feels impossible, then I can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe I'll just skip the bridge and walk the long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. Yeah, that's fun little advice here. So I want to also pull one of my postcards here that I collect in this postcard deck, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but I read those just intuitively. Oh, nice. This came out, I think, the second time, also with Pisces. Spring is here. This is Primavera, the painting by Botticelli, and this is also for the ones who know the Rider-Waite deck. I mean, this deck is basically based on the Rider-Waite deck. This is a Three of Cups as well. So have a good time, go out, be social, let the new energy in, you know, let the spring energy in. Meet with people that you enjoy hanging out with, have a good time, enjoy yourself, etc. And charms. Oh, that's a lot of charms. Okay, this was stuck to my hand. Yeah, things coming full circle and starting again. So that's the full energy. That's an overall energy. Maybe you're having a hard time still, or this is the challenge this month, a little bit letting go of these cycles, because maybe you're sticking to it still, but you're becoming more and more aware of it. Here's also an awareness crystal charm, so more clarity on that. This will give you a lot of energy. This will energize you. Letting go of these old patterns will energize you. I think you do understand that good ideas come from a calm mind, and are attached to your mind being calm, collected, and still also at times. There's this tiny little stone that is about grounding. So ground your thoughts by getting rest. This will give you a lot of ideas that are more of a third eye kind of enlightenment moment, you know, where it's like, oh wow, now I can clearly see, now I can clearly understand. And this will have to do a lot with the full moon, because the moon charm came out a lot with the full moon. There is cleansing going on, because this, how did this even get out here? Because this is normally not even a charm. This is a sage. And I'm going to burn right now. A lot of cleansing going on here. Detaching also maybe from certain truths here, stepping more and more into the energy of love. This is loose attachment. Maybe you're starting to, you know, detach from old truths, or from old ideas that are not inspiring enough. Yeah, this is also clean slate. There is a clean slate when it comes to your self-fulfillment, showing your true authentic self. So this full moon can really clean out a bunch of stuff here. There's a lot of cleansing energy going on. You understand that the magic is in the creative process, coming from the heart. And when you attach to specific people, places, passions, you know, when it comes from the heart, that's where the magic lies. This is my magic charm. I love this charm. It has a little sparkle on it. So yeah. And then we have this external influences, this external person. I think in not coming forward, they show their true selves. So they might be cowards. Honestly, there might be a cowardish energy to them. I don't like it, honestly. This is my education charm, but in this specific context, I think like formal education won't help you right now to foresee what's coming. So don't even try. Just have a good time. Just enjoy spring, I think. Don't try to cling on too much to what's possible to analyze about the situation. Okay, Virgo, this is a really interesting reading. I hope you can gain some more insight. I mean, I hope this is helpful, and thank you so much for being here. And like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.